What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Space Engineers. There's a few things that we need to go over in this episode. Last episode, we were getting ourselves ready to start the space tether. I guess we're going to go ahead and try to get that started today. Now, this is going to take a few episodes because there's a lot of stuff that comes with building one of these things. The automatic space tether builder. I don't know what we're calling it. We're going to have to find a better name. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so the first thing I want to go over is last episode was actually a special episode. I did the recording while I was live streaming, then we did the editing and the uploading to YouTube. I think it failed a couple times trying to upload it to YouTube, so I had to do it a couple times. But it finally got up there. I think we were in creative trying to do all of this. As you can see, I did get the whole finished. What we need to do in this episode, I think I also got all the components as well. Yep. And I think the cargo container should be empty by now. Looks like it. Alright, so yeah, the refineries, everything else I'm not going to need much anymore. We are going to need the cargo container. So I guess I could grind all this down. I don't really need it anymore. Although, let me see what we got for ingots. So we have one assembler that is kind of full. The component cargo container, it looks like some stuff is still... That's in a refinery. What refinery is still working? Oh, it's connected to this one over here. That's right. The whole thing is still connected. At some point I need to disconnect it, but we're using the power on this little station to power that. Alright, so also in last episode, the one thing I wasn't able to go over was I went ahead and in creative, I built 10 refineries and lined them up just to make it a little bit easier to tell what's going on. We took 100,000 of each resource just to see what we get when they're all processed. Now, as you can see, we still got a lot of cobalt, a lot of platinum, and a lot of uranium. Uranium is only about halfway done. But everything else is pretty much done already. Let me see if I can remember. The iron and the stone were first. Then I think it was the gold. Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was silver, then nickel, then... No. Silicon, then silver, then nickel, then... I can't remember. I really wasn't paying attention to all that. I just wanted to see what the end product was going to be. And this thing... It really does surprise me. So out of 100,000 cobalt ore, we got 21,000. Out of 100,000 gold, we got 1,000 ingots. Out of 100,000 iron, we got 73,000 iron ingots. Magnesium, only 700. Not 700,000 or anything like that, just 700 out of 100,000. Damn. I don't know how magnesium works in the real world. That's something I'll have to do some research on. But that doesn't really seem right. Not 100% sure. Nickel, we got about 40%. That's 40,000. Platinum, which is about 3/4 done. And all we got was like 353. So yeah, platinum, magnesium, gold, they all suck. Silicon, it looks like we got 70,000. Silver, we only got 10,000. Stone. Stone's the one that really, really surprises me. As much as I know about gravel, all you have to do is take stone and then crush it up and you get gravel. I don't know, 1.4 thousand? That doesn't really make any sense to me, but oh well. I think Keen is just not really thinking about what they're doing. Anyways, uranium, Out of 100,000, all we got was 1.5. We're only halfway done, so altogether it will be, I'll say about 3,000. So out of 100,000 uranium ore, we got 3,000 ingots. So yeah, not a whole lot. What I need to do right now, let's see. I think I'm still in creative. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and just delete all of this because I did add all this in creative. So let's go ahead and check out the ingots. And yeah, this is everything that we got. So I'm a little disappointed that they nerfed everything so badly. Let's go ahead and delete. That it's pretty much just a grind now. In order to get enough resources to really do anything, you have to grind your ass off. And I'm not really happy about that, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and grab some power, and then we'll go over what we're doing in this episode. There we go. Alright, so we did get the hole drilled. You guys saw this in creative. I went ahead and did this on my own in survival. What we need to do now is we need to figure out what we're going to be doing with the pillars. First things first, though, we need to go ahead and... Well, I need to actually go ahead and put down a conveyor right here so we can connect that cargo container. What on my interior plate. Then I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take the grinder and just grind everything down. That we're not going to need. I'm not going to worry about building this thing because, or welding it up. I'll take care of that later. Because we're not going to actually be building this this episode. We're going to be trying to set up the tether builder, which is going to get us about 4 kilometers high. It's going to be a lot of freaking work. But yeah, let's go ahead and grab our grinding ship, or our builder ship. Why am I out so far? There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and turn around those arms so we can go ahead and get the grinders out. And then after we're done, we need to make sure that we do lock the arms so they don't move around. Alright, so the drill arm itself, not going to need. We can go ahead and get rid of that. Let's go ahead and get to the first person. So... Oop, I think I just ground down my headlights. Oh well. Alright, this is going to be fun. Let's see what happens. Well, not a whole lot happened. I thought there would be a little bit of a crash, but nope. Alright, so I think all the stone should be emptied out of all these drills. Or at least I hope so. Guess we're about to find out. And then we'll go ahead and also get rid of the refineries, the assemblers, because I have like 14 assemblers up there. It took a lot of resources to get that stuff up and running. It took me a lot of time because a lot of the ore that I've gotten on my own has still not processed yet. But we should have everything we need to go ahead and get the tether builder done in this episode, hopefully. At least the hardware. And then maybe next episode we'll go ahead and set up the programming, and then we can go ahead and start letting it build. But yeah, it's going to take a lot of work to get up to that point. Alright, now that we got that done, I want to make sure I don't get rid of these pillars right here, so I'll go ahead and do those conveyors by hand. Because these twin grinders are pretty damn powerful. But yeah, all this we could go ahead and get rid of. We should pick up all the ingots or ores that are in the assemblers and the refineries. There shouldn't be any ore in the refineries at all. Unless the grinder's full. Then it won't pick them up. Come on. Probably also another thing we need to do in another episode is to go ahead and get the production facility. The permanent production facility. Which is actually going to be pretty simple because I do have a projection for that. So we can just set that up, get it placed where it needs to go, and just call it done. Alright, I don't want to grind down that cargo container, so I'll do the rest by hand. I'm trying to be careful. Oh, no, what did we not pick up? Silicon. Alright. Oh, there goes another one. And another one. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and sort everything out. The ingots, the ores, I probably don't have any ores, but the components as well. So we're going to go ahead and move the miner, and I'm going to put the construction ship on that. God damn, this thing is heavy. On that connector, so we can go ahead and pull everything out of this ship and get it sorted out. So let me go ahead and get in here real quick. Alright, then I'll go ahead and dump my inventory, let everything sort. And then we'll try to grab the resources we're going to need for today, or at least the starter resources. And grind everything else down by hand that I need to get rid of, because some stuff is going to be in the way. First things first though, I need to figure out... Ooh, you hit a little hard. There you go. Yeah, first things first though, I need to go ahead and figure out what we're going to be doing with these pillars. So what I need to do is each pillar is going to have conveyors, but I also want them to have kind of like a rail. We're going to be doing that with passageways. So technically the tether builder is going to be starting at the top of these pillars. So first things first, let me go ahead and drill or grind everything down that we're not going to need. Also go ahead and get that conveyor welded up. And I'm not sure if I'm going to need more power. That's something we're going to have to figure out. But yeah, let me go ahead and grind everything down real quick. Alright, so what I need to do now is I need to figure out how I'm gonna build this thing. It's kind of going through my head, and I think I got it. What we're gonna do is first we're gonna need a solid block going all the way down. Now that's gonna go all the way down to the bottom, because we are gonna have the wheel system that is gonna go all the way down there. Then we have to figure out at some point where we're gonna want kind of like a platform for the elevator. I don't know if I'll actually get to the point where we build an elevator, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get this done accurately. As accurate as I can. And then we're going to try to put, once it's done, we're going to go ahead and try to put an elevator on it. And see how that works out. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this one done real quick. So we're going to go half blocks, and then we're also going to go passageways. Let's see if I can find that. There we go. Alright, so the half block, I can't put a full block right here because we need room for wheels. Okay, that's the passage. My bad. Alright, so we're just going to go all the way down with it. And then the passageway is going to go on the solid blocks. Kind of like this. If I can rotate it correctly. There we go. So what this is going to do is it creates kind of like a rail system for the wheels to pass through. We're going to have wheels that are going to go through the passageways on either side, and then there's also going to be smaller wheels that will push out against these blocks, kind of holding the whole thing centered. And what I would like to try to do is make it so the elevator actually goes to each pillar. So it's going to be a huge elevator, but it's going to be kind of like a cargo thing. So it is going to need to be big. And we could also bring ships or vehicles, whatever the hell we want, to the surface or back up into space. Which at some point I do want to go ahead and get to the Earth-like planet, or maybe even Mars. I don't know. But yeah, at some point what I would like to do is have everything down here kind of like a production facility. Yeah, so something like that. And then it needs to go all the way down. But we need to figure out where that's going to be too. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the ring. Then I'm going to go ahead and bring the blocks down. I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of hand mining. Or probably grab the miner over there. Do a little bit of mining with it. Because I don't think... Okay, so we have it right there. Then... yeah, I'll have to figure this out. But we do have the blueprint for the ring, so I should be able to get that back in easily. But I need to go ahead and pass components over to the construction ship, which should take me a minute, so let me go ahead and get that done. Alright, so this might be a bad idea, because this thing, I have all the components that I have in all bases, well, except for the ones over there, that cargo container that's right there. So this is a lot of components, and this thing is heavy. I'm having trouble kind of battling the moon's gravity, but let's go ahead. Ah, there it is. It doesn't want to stop. Come on, don't crash. This is way too many components to lose. But we should have all the components that we're going to need to get everything built. Ah, you gotta love these welders. These welders are so awesome. Alright, so this is pretty much what the pillars are going to look like. What we need to do at some point is go ahead and make a projection. The projection is going to be 11 blocks high, and it's going to look just like this. And we're going to have 4 projectors. We need 1 for each of these pillars. But then we might come up with a little bit of a problem. What I have to do is I have to make sure that the projectors can move up as the machine that we're building moves up as well. But it also needs to be connected to this grid. So I might have to actually build. I'm not sure. I might have to build a quad system, because I don't think just putting one well, no, that might work. Maybe not. Because I think these pillars have to be a separate has to be on a separate projector. Each one does. Because there's not going to be anything to connect these pillars together. Which kind of sucks, because now I need to figure out... we're going to need merge blocks and connectors on these things. So now I have to figure out where the hell those are going to go. And how I'm going to fit them in. So I think what we're going to have to do is just for now, just build like half the pillar. So kind of just... that'd be kind of dumb. So yeah, build the pillars kind of like this, since we do have these blocks where you can go ahead and build them up. And that's pretty much what the projection is going to look like as well. Then later on, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and figure out a quick way of... Oh man, I might have overwhelmed myself just a little bit. Alright, so what we're going to have is... this one's going to be connector, that one's going to be a merge block. It needs to be 11 high. This one's going to be a merge block as well. When that merge block down there, which is also connected to the... Oh... Yeah, that will cause another problem. No, we should be fine. Because the merge block will come out. The projector, we just need to make sure that it doesn't connect to any of these blocks. So for right now, we might have to keep... Yeah, we're going to have to do the pillars kind of like this. Each of the projections is going to look like this, and then at some point... I don't freaking know. I might be able to... No, that won't work. It's going to take a lot of thinking, because I've never tried to do it before like this. I think I did do it one time, and it kind of worked, kind of didn't. But the way I had it was I had a center pillar that went up, and then welders that built the pillars as it went up. But now what I need to do is I need to actually build a system that will raise this thing on all 4 pillars. So that way we can go ahead and connect the projectors. But I'm kind of afraid of these blocks right here being connected. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and get rid of all of this. And probably the best thing to do right now is to go ahead and fill in this hole. So I still have the projector. Oh, it didn't save it. Damn it. I'm gonna have to figure out that projector again. Alright, there's our projection. Wait a minute, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Alright, so there's the projection back up and running. What we're going to do then is I'm going to go ahead and bring blocks down all the way down here to the bottom. This is where the platform is going to be. This is where all of our refineries and assemblers, once I get everything done, will also be. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to figure out a good order to build everything. I think that's right. Because it's kind of like just trying to set up a schedule. I'm trying to get this thing. What do I need to do first? Trying to organize it a little bit because this is going to be kind of overwhelming to get all this stuff done. So whenever you're trying to build something like this, something really, really big, save yourself a lot of hassle and just do it one step at a time. Figure out what you're going to do first, and then work from there. So I think before we actually try going up into orbit, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and try to finish everything down here. Because once I do start building this thing, we're going to hit the block limit, and I won't be able to add the refinery and everything else to it. That's probably the best thing to do is to go ahead and start with that first. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this all welded up. Damn, I hope I have enough steel plates for this. I didn't realize just how many it is. So yeah, it looks like I am going to have to do a little bit of mining. Not a whole lot. It's kind of rough around the edges a little bit. Come on. Man, even with the twin welders, this is a pretty large, there we go. Now we're getting it. Alright, I think we're done. So yeah, now we have the ring that we made in creative. That's all set up. What the hell? Oh yeah, I need to get rid of all this. Then what I'm going to do is, yeah, because see, I can't see those edges right there. Yep, that's going to be an issue. Alright, let's try to drill this out so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. And I can also show you guys the idea that I have in my head. It kind of helps to visualize it instead of me trying to describe it, because I suck at describing things. Alright, so what we're going to have is right here on the edges where everything is, we're going to be using the ramps and then the regular armor blocks to come all the way down to the bottom. Then once we get there, we'll just set up a nice little flat platform and then go ahead and grab the blueprint that I have my refinery and everything set up. Now, I don't think that thing is actually perfect. I might have to do this by hand. But that's something we're going to have to figure out. So yeah, we're going to... Actually, the miner might be a bit much. No, let's actually give it a shot. The miner might actually dig a little too much with the right mouse button. There's only one way to find out. Alright, it's going to get kind of tight in here, so... Might want to get that construction shut down. Alright, so what I'm making... Oh no, we got plenty of room. What I'm trying to do is make sure that we don't come too far out this way, because then there'll be a hole that I have to kind of close up. And I hate doing that shit. Now let's go ahead and zoom in so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. so I think that should be enough for right now to get us started. I think I'll have to do a little bit of trimming that we can do by hand. Yeah, like right over here. It shouldn't be too much though. Hopefully I can get all the blocks that I'm going to need, get those placed, and then we can figure out what we're going to have to trim out. Alright, so all we're going to do is we're going to finish the line kind of like we did with the ring and just come all the way down. This is going to take a whole lot of placing, but once we get it, I think that's going to be the bottom right here. And then I need to go ahead and close off this entire area, then get everything welded up. And then at some point we're going to have to figure out conveyors and everything as well. So yeah, this is going to take a little bit of time. I have a lot of blocks to place, which is a lot of work for one person to do, but I'll get it done. Alright, I think we're done. So what I need to do right now is, well, at some point we're going to need to configure a bunch of stuff, and I don't want to get it mixed up with this station over here. So at some point we are going to have to disconnect this station from that one. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and make sure that I do have some power. And at some point I need to transfer this stuff over. We're going to have to... looks like I missed one. Hold on. At some point we're going to have to figure out conveyors and everything else, but what I need to get placed now is the production facility. Now we do have the projector. Ooh, shit, stop. There you go. We do have the projector. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to set up the projection. There might be some things that we do need to change, but I can configure all that stuff on my own. What I need to do though, I need to figure out the center of this thing. So if we go, try yellow. Go ahead and try to find where this thing is going to set. It'll help me place it when I'm putting down the projection. Alright, so what we're going to have is conveyors are going to be 3 wide. Sorters, conveyors, stuff like that. Then we're going to have refineries on each side, which is 2 wide. And then conveyors on the sides of those. Alright, so this is how wide the entire thing... Oh, we might not have enough room. We'll see. This is how wide everything is going to be, so what we need to do now is figure out where the center is for the length. So let me see if I can figure this out. So refinery. Alright, so there's 1 refinery, 2 refinery, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it looks like we're 2 longer on that side, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4? Only 1? Yeah, well, I guess only 1. But what I needed to figure out right now is where all the assemblers are going to go. So the assemblers are going to take up 2 blocks, so... Actually, we're going to need another one on this side as well. So that one will be conveyors, this one will be assemblers. So yeah, the projection needs to take up this entire area, pretty much a square. So let's go ahead and hold down shift, which will do 7. 7 by 7. Right here. And here. I think that might actually be perfect. Wow, I actually didn't screw something up. Awesome. I love when that happens. Alright, now that we got that, we need to go ahead and... Oh, shit. Okay. How wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so it's also going to be right here as well. Alright, so yeah, the next part begins. We need to go ahead and set up the projection. What we'll do is we'll do the lowest stuff first, which is going to be the conveyors and the sorters. Refineries are a little bit taller, so we'll do those last. And then we'll have to figure out conveyors and everything. So let me go ahead and get this projection set up, which is probably going to take me a little bit. So while editing this video, I realized that even after I cut out everything that I could, it's still going to be about an hour and a half video. So we're going to have to do this in a couple different sections. The production facility will be next episode, but at least we got all the placement. We know where everything is going to go. So yeah, we still have a lot of work to do, but we'll worry about that in the next episode. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.